All right, because I speak quietly. No,
people want to hear you more than me.
Nobody needs to hear me. I have nothing to
do.
fucking say. No one cares if I do.
Let me get my...
Yeah, I love it. Wow. All right. This is going to be weird, Seb.
It will not be weird. It will be as weird as you make it to be, sir.
All right. Fair enough. Let's have a sip of beer. For the working man, like Stone Cold. This is a sip of beer for the working man. Who's me and Seb. We're working men.
Indeed.
All righty.
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, it is my utmost pleasure to introduce you, Mr.
Hi. Oh, I'm Gord.
Gord.
Seb. I'm Gord Stevenson.
Gord Stevenson. One of the most versatile musician person I know. And I'm not trying to suck up to you right now, but I know how good of a drummer you are and how good of a bass player you are. And a lover as well.
I am a good lover.
So thanks for joining us in this fabulous walk-in closet here.
I love this, man.
In Waterloo, Ontario.
You could turn this into a store, I think.
I believe so.
Man, there's a lot of clothing in here, Seb.
So I'm happy that I finally get to hang out with Gord in this closet here. And I'm waiting for all the comments of, haha, you're in a closet.
And we're going to come out of it. We're coming out of her.
So we're going to be asking you a few questions here this evening, sir.
All right, man. Lay them on me. What do you got? What are your questions?
All right. So first one.
Okay, here we go. We're getting right into it. Jump right in.
When and why did you start playing?
Oh, like what do you mean, the drums or just music in general?
Sure. Well,
that's pretty easy, man. Like, let's see. Well, I guess it's not that easy. I never really thought about it that much. I think probably around the time I was 14 or so, my friend Chris Mustin got a drum set, and I would beat on the drum set, much to his unfortunateness. And I could play the beat that went ba-boom, 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 right? Like the Immigrant song, right? Yeah, but I got it off of the first Rush album, because every beat on the first Rush album by John Rutsey is that pattern. So that's where I heard it. So for whatever reason, when I just sat down on his kit, I was able to do that for some reason. I don't know why. So it turned out that a couple of buddies of mine were kind of into music when I was in high school. I'm thinking maybe grade 9 or 10. And they were playing music, and they were like talking about this jam, and we're going to jam after school. We're going to go have a jam. And I was like, what is this? What is this jam you guys are talking about? They're like, well, we're going to go jam, but our guy, we don't really have a drummer. Our guy that plays keyboards plays drums, and we need a drummer. And I said, well, I'm a drummer. And they said, no, you're not a drummer. And I said, no, I'm a drummer. And they said, well, why don't you come jam with us? And I said, well, can I curse? I can curse, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We got no sponsor for this shit.
Of course. I don't know why I thought that. I listened to a lot of podcasts. So it was like, yeah, okay, I'll come jam. So I borrowed Chris's drum set. And I didn't know how to set it up or take it apart. And I took it over there, and we jammed, and I played my beat. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And they thought it was really badass. And the guy that was playing guitar at the time, his name was Tyler, he blew up the little cube amp that they had playing Star Spangled Banner. So it was one of those Roland cube amps, right? You remember those little
meant for keyboard and guitar, yeah.
Yeah. So he's playing his old Ibanez fucking Roadstar, through a I don't know what kind of fuzz pedal he had. And
big muff.
Yeah, maybe the big muff, and he's standing there with his shirt off, just rocking out, man, just fucking giving her. And I thought, well, this is pretty fun. And so basically what happened, Seb, is I lied, and I ended up playing drums forever. And then and that's basically it. That's why, I guess. But I guess the real reason is probably I heard music that I liked. Like, God, I don't know. I mean, I remember somebody playing me Black Sabbath for the first time, and I just freaked the fuck out. Or Kashmir, the first time I heard that, I just freaked the fuck out. Or like Rush, definitely Rush. Like, oh my God, Fly By Night I used to just sit there and fucking wait for them to play that on the radio, man. On CKOC, out of Hamilton.
Nice.
And so I just sit there, just, well, God, please just play some fucking Rush. And they never would. And then I heard, like, you know, Spirit of Radio blew my head off. So that's probably drew me to the drums, I guess. That, and I just wanted to hang out with the cool kids, I guess. But I shouldn't have. I should have said, no, guys, I'm going to stay home and do my homework of, I don't know, what's math or something.
Sure.
Something where you get paid to work. Not like
How
drumming.
about the bass? How about the bass? Like, when did you decide to pick up a bass?
Oh, that's easy. Because you can, if you're living at home and you're a drummer, your parents hate you. So they don't get it and they don't want to hear it. So I had to wait for my parents to go out, which is probably why I'm so fucking antisocial. Is like I had to stay home Fridays, Saturdays because they'd be out and I'd be playing my drums. So I got tired of having to wait, and I also got tired of not being able to contribute in a band in a melodic way. You know what I mean? I just have to sit there and wait for the guys to figure their parts out. I couldn't really interject. So guys would come over to my parents and jam, and they'd leave their gear and they'd go, "No, don't fucking play my guitar like this. Don't do it now, Gord. Don't you play that guitar?" And I said, "I won't." And then I did. So that's what I started doing. That I'd figure out like songs like Minor Threat songs and
oh, nice.
Yeah, like stuff that I could hear what they were doing. Like I knew it was all bar chords, and I was like, okay, I can figure this out. And then started trying to play bass just for the same reason. And I would listen to guys like Carl Alvarez from All and oh Christ, I don't know what else, because you know the Geddy Lee stuff for a bass player, boy, you gotta you can only like learn one instrument from Rush, right? You can't really master them all, I don't think, although I'm sure there's guys out there that have. But you know, if I'm trying to figure out Neil Peart's part, yeah, I would like to too, but I don't know, it would be weird because they probably spend a lot of time just learning Rush songs. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. I just did it to contribute more because I heard shit in my head, and I would always get in arguments with guys. They'd be playing something. I go, "No, that's not right." And they go, "No, it's right, it's right." And I'd be like, "No, that's not right." And I thought if I could play the bass, I could actually show these guys
that they're wrong,
and that I got ears, you know. And so I kind of developed a little reputation of having good ears. But yeah, I love playing bass and guitar. I'm the shits at guitar, but I'm passable at bass, I'd say.
Oh, come on, you modest mofo.
No, I don't really have any real bass chops per se. Like
lies.
No, I can layer down. I can layer down to make it sound okay. But I couldn't play like YYZ or some shit like that. I just don't have it in me. Don't have the dexterity.
If you're good enough to play bass for Scott Hallman, you, sir, are good
That's
in
a good
my
point.
fucking books.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yes, Scotty's a high.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
I know you don't have Facebook anymore, but hopefully you get to see this, you wanker.
Wanker.
And you should be in that chair one day soon.
Yeah, Scotty, come on over and do this. It's cool. I hope you do. Scotty, I love you.
So, first question. We're already 8 minutes into this train wreck of a podcast. Let me ask you this, sir.
Okay.
Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? Becky's favorite questions, as a matter of fact.
This is the only one I knew was coming. Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs?
Right, I know. Why?
Okay, well, are you sure they don't sell hot dogs? There must be places in the world where McDonald's has a hot dog.
I don't know. You traveled the world as much as I have,
fuck,
sir.
No, I haven't. I haven't been anywhere. Well, I've been in North America a lot, but I haven't been overseas, so I don't really know what's going on over there. Like,
so you have a theory then?
I'm thinking maybe in Germany. You know, they got the Wiener Schnitzel. They're really big on sausages over there. Sure. Maybe, if anywhere, maybe there.
Okay.
But I don't know. Why doesn't McDonald's have a hot dog? Fuck.
Sorry, Scott.
Fucking, I don't know, man. I guess, I don't know. Because they're dicks, I guess. Fuck. Get a hot dog, Ronald.
God damn you, McDonald's.
You're ruining it for all the rest of us who want to eat a nice hot dog.
That's right.
I don't know. I know Harvey's did have hot. I don't know if they still do, but
they do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've done your fucking research, haven't you?
Very good poutine, might I add.
I do like the Harvey's poutine. Yes.
Indeed, sir.
They got some squeaky curds in there.
How about this?
Okay.
At the movie theater, whenever you do go and watch a a movie to entertain yourself.
A talkie.
With your lovely lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Which armrest is yours?
Oh, that's a great... Well, here's the thing, Seb. Movies, anything when I got to go and sit down, I got to have the aisle.
Oh.
Got to have the aisle. So if I'm on the aisle, Sarah's usually gracious enough to take the seat to my left or right, immediate left or immediate right. So in that case, I generally will defer the armrest to her because I will have my own armrest on either my right or left side. So generally, I let her have the armrest, I think.
What a gentleman.
But I will never sit in the middle. Like, I would leave before I would sit in the middle of a movie theater with random geeks on either side of me. I'm not doing it. And I barely ever go to the fucking movies anyway, because just for that reason. It's just people, if I'm at home, I watch a movie, I can pause it and go pee, whatever. I
thought you wore adult diapers. You wore adult diapers.
I could wear adult diapers, I said.
I do all the time.
Well, then now it's gonna be on the internet. Now everybody's gonna fucking know that you're wearing adult diapers. Now I feel like an idiot. I feel like I'm behind.
They already know.
I'm behind the curve here on these adult diapers.
It's the way to go, man.
It's where it's at.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I trust you. Maybe I'll try it. I'm gonna try it out.
How about this?
Okay, lay it on me, Daddy.
How did you come up with your band names? And there's two I'm really. I'm really curious about, so I'll let you have the floor, sir.
Okay, well, which ones are you curious about?
Let's start with the
UFCBs. Okay.
So why don't you enlighten people that...
Whoa, that's going way back.
Education.
Well, UFCBs, that's probably Tim... It has to be. I didn't come up with that. That was Tim Bones came up with that. I'm pretty sure. He may have even collabed on that with another guy. Collab, that's short for collaborate.
Thank you for that.
Just no time. No time for that. Fucking extra syllable. I think that was it. I think Bones and his buddy, I don't know who it was, came up with it, but I feel like he had another guy working on it with him, but it just came up with Unfuckable Cum Bums. And I was like, that's the greatest name I ever heard. He goes, yeah, UFCBs. And then at some point we decided if we were talking to people that we thought that would offend them, we'd call it the Undeniably Fresh Canadian Band.
Whoa.
And we actually did long-form Unfuckable Cum Bums posters, put them up around Cambridge for a gig, and somebody complained and called the bar, and they complained to us and wanted us to take them down.
Seriously?
Yeah, in Cambridge. Thanks, Cambridge. Yeah. So okay, what was the other one? That's UFCBs.
How about Sex Fest?
Oh, Sex Fest. Oh, that was Hallman. Scott Hallman came up with that.
It's the second time we dropped that mofo's name.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Name dropping already, man. Alan Cole Hallman. He's our boy. He's a fine boy.
Do you know how he decided that Sex Fest was...
Play on words. He called it SECTFEST. I think him and Kiki came up with that. I don't think I had anything to do with that one. Kiki, Anthony.
Here's the second name we're dropping tonight. Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki.
Which should also sit in that chair you're sitting in at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you, sir.
Yeah, he's a delightful young man.
I miss that guy.
Oh, he's fucking great. I saw him, we played Destiny all weekend. We were pretty stoked about that. But we were jamming on Friday, so that was a good time. And the power stayed on long enough to do it. So that was super great.
I do recall a text from you saying, I hope the power stays on so we can rehearse tonight.
Yeah. That was some bullshit right there. A couple of weeks ago with the big thunderstorms and everything, and put the power out, wouldn't come back on.
Well, hello, Kiki, and hello, Hallman.
Yes, the Cathedral of Evil, buddy. The three of us together. It's the Cathedral of Evil. It will never die. Church of Worms.
How about this? Do you, Gord fucking Stevenson, think that they have the word dictionary into the dictionary?
Oh, the word dictionary is in the dictionary?
You got that.
Well, yeah, I would have to assume it is if it's a complete dictionary. Other than that, how are people going to know what it is?
But they're picking up a dictionary.
Yeah, I guess if you know... Give me that word book. Do you guys have one of those word-knowing books?
What's Tessera? I'm French. What the fuck?
Pamplemousse?
Tessera?
I don't know.
Pterosaurus or...
Oh, thesaurus.
Yeah, thesaurus.
Well, that's words that mean other words, right?
I
Isn't
thought
it?
songwriters use that freaking thing all
What
the
the
time.
fuck would I know about songwriters, Seb? I don't know.
You've been in more bands than me, sir,
Oh,
so
fuck.
you would know.
I make songs. I don't write them. I just make them. I would never call myself a songwriter because the connotation of that is so fucking pretentious and stupid. I would anyway.
God,
No,
I
but
love you.
I do like writing songs, but I'm not a songwriter. I like to make music. That's what I like to do.
How about this?
Okay, these are good questions, man.
Thank you.
Real fucking
You know
brain
what?
twisters.
I spent a lot of fucking time on this.
I can tell.
And hopefully my boss is not watching this right now, but actually it was a couple of jobs ago.
Okay, well that's all right.
I spent a lot of time at work coming up with these questions.
Perfect.
Many moons ago.
Okay,
How about this?
all right.
Do vegetarian eat animal crackers? And you and I know a lot of fucking vegan people, so
Well, I mean, okay. Well, the whole thing is right. If they're vegans, they can't have any milk or eggs or butter or cheese or
Correct.
fucking
animal
meat,
byproducts.
anything. So if it's come in contact with that, so they're even made at a factory where that stuff is, they won't eat it. So I'm gonna have to say it would depend on the contents of said same crackers. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with that. And the whole vegan thing, I don't know. That's not. I don't know. I guess
Okay.
knock yourself out. Whatever.
Back to musical questions.
Okay.
What was the very first tune you've learned, either on the drums or bass,
Oh,
that
Jesus.
you yourself wanted to know note by note?
Oh, boy. Oh, man. That's tough. Jesus, man. I don't know. That's so hard. Like the first one, I don't know. I remember trying to learn like Fire by Jimi Hendrix and thinking
Ooh.
that was pretty hot shit on the drums.
Oh yeah.
And I also remember like, no, that sounded like crap when I did it.
Sorry to interrupt your answer.
Yeah, go.
But let me go on about this while you think of other stuff here.
Okay.
Sashi Banga was in your chair a couple of weeks ago before I got to do this, and he was saying how bad he's jonesing to jam with you. And
yeah.
his answer to this was also a Jimi Hendrix song. So
Yeah.
my mind cannot comprehend you and him getting together to play a Jimmy song.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping Banga's watching this right now.
I know lots of Jimmy. Not as much as I should probably, but I have played a lot of it. But I feel like it was that, or it might have been. I was really horny for learning the drums to "Big Money" by Rush when that came out.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of good drumming in that, and bass. Man, I don't know. Probably something like.
Primus.
No, I never
No?
touched Primus. No,
Oh.
I just never got that. I like Primus. I just would listen to him and go, I just don't get what you're doing there on the bass. I don't know what you're doing. So it might have been like, fuck, I'm probably missing it. It might have been a Max Webster song or something like that, like Coming Off the Moon from their first album, or maybe like High Class and Borrowed Shoes or something like that.
No, Tom Marwood's going to love this answer of yours right now.
Oh man, dude, don't get me going on Max Webster. Like, I fucking love Max Webster. Changed my life. Like, they're one of my favorite bands, if not maybe my favorite band.
Circling back to Primus, did you know that Les Claypool was a drummer before a bass player, much like you, sir?
No, but that makes a lot of sense after you listen to him.
Next question for you, sir.
Okay, what is it? What was the last one there? That doesn't matter. Okay, what's the next one?
We'll move on.
Okay, moving on. Forward, never backward.
There you go. I like your way of thinking, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Is there a time limit on the fortune cookie, sir?
Huh.
When you go to Mandarin and you crack open a cookie?
Yeah.
Is there a time limit on that stuff?
Yeah. No. Well, there should be. Don't you think?
I have no.
Because they're so fucking vague, right? Like, so you'd want to like have some, you know what I mean? You'd want to have some sort of frame. Oh, what? I'm going to be very lucky with my relationships or whatever. I better get on that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It should say you're going to be lucky in love or whatever until, and then they just throw a random date in there, and then it would at least give you light a fire under your ass to get going, you know?
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
I am a horse.
Gord fucking Stevenson.
Man horse. Man horse.
Is your family musical, sir?
My family? No, not really. Well, now I think about it. My mom could play piano and read music, and my dad could carry a tune, so I guess maybe. But they never really tried. You know what I mean? They never were, like, made a big deal out of it. My mom would play piano Sunday mornings to wake me up. Just because she didn't like me sleeping in and enjoying myself. So she would play piano and wake me up, and that was always fun. But she was actually not too bad at it, like, considering she didn't practice. But yeah, I'd have to say overall, no, my family's not really musical.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
How about this?
Okay.
If vampires cannot see the reflection in a mirror,
Yeah.
why is their hair so neat all the time? Perfect neat.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're generalizing a lot of vampires there, man. Like, there's got to be vampires out there that aren't, like, forward in the community, that don't have time to do their hair or, like, do all the fancy...
Come on, all the vampires we see on TV has perfectly neat hair.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any that don't. There's got to be some. I don't know. You'd think with all that time, right? Well, maybe that's it, right? They're immortal, but they can't see themselves in the mirror. So maybe they just have a vampire hairdresser that they go to every day. They take 90 minutes out of their day. That's not a big deal, right? 90 minutes is dropping the fucking bucket for eternity.
I like the cut of your jib, sir.
So maybe that's why. There's like a vampire hair salon that you got to get invited into. And maybe no, I'm going to stop there. I could go on. I'm going to stop. No, I think that's a good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, it's either run by a regular or a vampire, but if it's a regular, you got to hook up with the guy and he's got to invite you in. But why would a regular guy be cutting vampire hair, right?
I don't know.
Unless he's like some kind of poser and they won't bite him. No, don't bite that guy. He's a dick. I don't want him around.
Oh, my God.
He's a good hair cutter, but I don't want him hanging out with us. I don't know.
Okay.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Speaking of food, that is the perfect segue. Thank you, sir.
McDonald's hot dogs.
No.
Okay.
We're moving on to, since bread is square, then why is sandwich meat round? Sandwich meat is round.
Well, that's...
Why?
Well, buns, the buns are round. What about macaroni and cheese loaf? That's square. Isn't pimento loaf square? There's some square. Yeah, there's some fucking square shit out there.
It's the best answer I've ever got to that question, actually, sir.
Also, because like if you're processing meat and you basically, let's say we're talking about hot dogs, you're working with a slurry here, Seb. You're working with a slurry of meat. So unless you're using some kind of specially molded thing, it's going to be hard to get that slurry into a perfect square.
Correct.
So you slice the squares, you know what I mean? So I think it's just easier to wrap it, extrude it into a tube. That's where I'm going with that. Although I guess you could extrude it into a square too, I guess. Now I'm thinking.
What a brilliant answer.
Seb, I'm going to go with I don't know on that one.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's dumb. Let's get it going.
Okay.
Square meat.
Which famous musician do you admire and why?
Well, geez.
One. You had to pick one.
Just one?
Just one.
Frank Zappa, man.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Of course you did.
Out the poop chute, really?
Yeah, but that's just one tiny little thing about Frank Zappa. I mean, like, he's got a lot of really great stuff. He's also a fuck you guy. He just did what he wanted, and people was like, no, that's just terrible. What are you doing? And he went, fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. He's an independent guy. He as far as punk rock goes, I mean, holy shit, that guy's as punk rock as it gets, because he did everything by himself. It's a total DIY thing.
So did Stevie Wonder, though.
Yeah. So I like Stevie Wonder. He's great.
You better.
I fucking do. What's wrong with Stevie? Who doesn't like Stevie Wonder? Jesus.
Let's talk about musicians that played it all and produced themselves in the studio.
Stevie Wonder did that.
We got Stevie Wonder. We got Lenny Kravitz. We got Zappa.
Yeah. Frank, he didn't. Yeah, he could play everything. He was. It's another guy who's a drummer first, but he couldn't get the coordination together, so he started playing guitar.
We're giving a lot of people education.
We're making them smart.
SMRT.
That's what we're here for, buddy. Education. If we're here nothing if not to educate. For nothing.
I have a very...
But yeah, Frank's my man. He's my Jesus.
Frank's your man?
Yeah, and don't just get all hung up on the poop shoot and the songs with the dirty words in them. The guy's, he's got ears like a fucking... I don't even know. Like, some of the stuff harmonically the guy does is just fucking incredibly awesome. And goosebump rendering awesome. So, yeah, he's great. He did everything himself. He ran a band. He ran a business. He's the guy. Love him. And he's a kick-ass guitar player.
One of my favorite time signature music is 16/8. And for some reason, that guy loves 16/8.
16/8 is just 4/4.
It is.
Yeah.
But in double time.
Yeah,
so
sure. But that could be cut time. That could be 2/2.
Now we're losing people here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your non-musician folks out there.
Yeah, you can fucking... fast forward. I don't know. How do you want to get into this? Like, how many people do you want to listen to this? 1? 0? We can do that.
Well, we're like 28 minutes into this now.
Okay, let's not go down that.
We should have stopped 10 minutes ago.
That dirty, dusty road. But yeah,
Zappa, okay, that's your answer.
He's my guy. I love Frank. He's great. Listen to Frank Zappa. He's good for you. The world could use a Frank Zappa right around now.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
I'm a horse. I'm a man horse.
Can you cry underwater? Do you think you can cry underwater?
Oh. Yeah. Fucking yeah. Well, that's an interesting question.
I know.
Okay, now are we looking at what are we doing? Are we submerged? Have we
underwater? So it could be in the pool with
do we have a scuba
or in the ocean?
Scuba system happening here? Do we have goggles? Do we have?
Let's just say your eyes underwater.
My eyes underwater.
Yeah. Can you cry?
I feel like I feel like I could. I think I could do it. I don't think it would be easy.
Okay.
Because, usually if I'm in the water, it's like, unless you're drowning, it's kind of a celebratory thing or like a high spirits, hey, we're swimming or we're in the water. Unless like you crash your car into things, we're fucking in the water. Then maybe you could cry, I guess. I don't know. Is there any science to back any of this up? Like, do you have any answers to this? This is an answer to a question I'd like to know.
I'm sure my friend Stan Hubble could answer that because he's Mr. Physics.
Stan Hubble?
Yeah, he's my coworker. He's my main man guru at work.
Oh, he's like a physics guy?
He is.
I bet he could help you.
And a proper physics guy from Waterloo.
Ooh, those guys are heavy.
But he's like this crazy like Unix, Linux savant at work.
Yeah. Okay.
Which has been teaching me of the way of the scripting lately. But anyways, if you're watching this, hi Stan.
Hi Stan. Rock and roll, Stan. Physics is cool. It's beyond me.
Also, a guy I jam with, a fellow bass player that came to my studio, and much like we talked about the people earlier that can play some Rush song.
Yeah.
That guy is that guy.
Yeah.
And he played some Rush song, and I'm behind the kit. I'm like, Stan, I've not played drums in over 9 months.
Let's jump into some Rush.
Let me dumb this down so we can rehearse, like we can play for fun, but I'm not properly equipped to play this right
That's
now.
The thing. Like Rush is also like, what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking, like drumming. Anyway, it's so like surface specific. You got to hit the right tom at the right spot, and he's built all his parts. Yeah, and he's built all his parts up using specific gear, and it's like if you don't, it's like the Police too. You can play a Police song, it's not going to sound right.
Stuart Copeland,
another heavy dude, and like he's got such a good character to his sound that you can cop all his licks. It's not going to sound right, but you can play a Police song and it'll sound okay, but it will never sound the way you want it to. You know what I mean? Same with Rush, right? Like you can fuck around with Rush all you want, but it's never going to have that character that they have.
So who was your first music teacher?
Well, technically, it would have been Chris Mustin helped me learn how to play the drums.
Where is Chris nowadays?
He's a welder. He's a professional welder. He's doing really good. He's got kids and
He's making more money than you and I. That's what you're saying.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. He was smart. He actually got a real job, you know. He didn't fart around trying to fucking play music. But, yeah, no, he's great. The guy's an awesome drummer, too. So
Cool.
Hi,
Chris.
Hi, Chris. Chris Mustin and family. Like he was awesome. He showed me a lot of stuff. He was actually getting lessons, and I've only ever had a handful of lessons when I went to Humber College. I got a lesson from Paul DeLong, and I got some lessons from Don Vickery, who's a jazzer guy.
Jazzery
guy. And I learned a lot from those guys, mostly just independence exercises. That's kind of what I did in school. But, I haven't really had any, like, lessons proper, per se, other than when I was in the Humber. So,
okay.
Yeah, and, like, in high school, there was music teachers, but I don't want to talk about them.
Which is a great segue to my next question.
Okay.
What are your fondest musical memories?
Oh, my God, man. Fuck. Well, I don't know, man. There's a lot of them. One of the big ones was I played in a band called the Grope Toads back in the 90s, early 90s. And we got to open for the band Firehose in London.
I remember Firehose.
Firehose, sure. Mike Watt. Yeah. So we were all huge Firehose fans, Minutemen fans too, and we found out they were coming, and we just phoned up the venue, called the office, and we had played there a bunch of times already, so we knew the guy that was booking, and we were like, "Do you have a band open for Firehose?" And they booked us in there to open for Firehose.
Nice. So
that was pretty great. They were awesome. They literally played until all the lights were on in the bar and all their strings were broken. Pretty much was like it wasn't that far. And the last song they played was a quick one, "While She's Away" by the Who, which blew my fucking mind.
Great tune.
Who even? Who covers that? Like, what's this, like 12 minutes or something, or 8 minutes? A big long fucking thing, and they played it. It was awesome. So yeah, that's a big one. Another good one. I had played in this band called Sing Along with Tano. And I had just quit that band, and they got the gig open for Rollins, the Rollins band, which they were doing the End of Silence tour.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the sort of the peak, if you ask me, a Rollins band. And they were playing the Opera House, and they had 2 dates there. I had tickets to one of them, and Sing Along with Tonto was opening for the other one. And since I had just quit that band, like, we were on good terms and everything, I just didn't have time to do it. And they were like, come with us, help us carry some gear, we'll get you into the show for free. And I sat there behind Sim Kane, Rollins band's drummer, on stage, drinking beer from their rider and watching him. And like watching Rollins band from behind the stage. That was fucking killer. So yeah, I gotta say that was a pretty good one. And then maybe another one, 2 more quick ones. Saw Frank Zappa in 1988 in Shays Buffalo, and I saw Rush on the Time Machine tour, and I went by myself, and I paid a lot of money for a really expensive good seat, and that was fucking great too.
Becky and I were at that concert, by the way.
The Time Machine?
I think so.
I got ID'd at that concert when I went to buy beer.
You feel good about that?
I did, and I ribbed the girl unmerciful too. Like she was like, "Can I see some ID?" And I was like, "Oh, you made my day, young lady." And I played it up like,
So I figured, So you done with your most fondest musical memories?
Yeah, that's probably the big ones. I mean, there's other ones like
maybe you can shed some light on that.
Played the Bell Center.
I heard some rumors in the Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo musician arena that you might have played the Juno. And not only did you play the Juno, but you purposely did not plug in your bass.
Okay,
Is that true?
That is not true. I have never played the Junos. I have never been to the Junos. If I did, I wouldn't be playing bass. I'd probably be playing drums. No, that is not true. That is not true at all. That is false. I did play the CCMAs in 1999 in Ottawa, and air drummed it.
Then that's
might have
what
been
I
it.
heard then.
Yeah, and there was a count in to the song that
Fucked up everybody.
Well, no, there was like a pickup drum fill, but there was no count in on the track that we were playing to, so I had to just wait for that fill to start and then try and jump in on the fill. So yeah, it was a big fucking dog and pony show. That whole thing was redonkulous. However, I did meet the lovely Sarah Chalk there from the TV show Scrubs.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was very nice and very friendly and good looking. So that was a thing. That's true. That happened. And Randy Bachman, met Randy Bachman there.
Becky, which is like 10 feet away from us right now.
Yes.
She is the biggest, her and her dad are the biggest Burton Cummings band.
Oh, yeah.
So good thing. We actually went to see him play in Aurelia, the Casino Rama, about a month and a half ago now.
Yeah, that's good.
Front row tickets.
Yeah, that's a nice room up there.
Dude, we've seen Burton Cummings play at least, I don't know, 8 times.
He's pretty fucking good, I think.
Oh, for an old timer, you know what?
Yeah.
He can sure rock a 2-hour set like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got some really good tunes, and yeah, he's a Canadian fucking institution.
But I'll let you in on a little secret here.
Okay, lay it on me.
And I know there's like 40 people going to watch this, so who gives a shit? I will be the MC at the Home Hardware Market in about 3 weeks from now.
Yeah?
And the entertainment for that evening are the Carpet Frogs, which is the backup band for Burton Cummings,
Right, Carpet Frogs.
Tom Cochran.
Yeah. Oh, they've been around forever.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
guys. Yeah.
Toronto boys, except for the bass player, which is
Wasn't
from
that Gatto?
Boston. Solid bass player too.
Yeah, I thought Greg Godovich was in that band for a bit. Maybe he was. I don't know. I don't know that guy.
But I'm looking forward to meet these guys backstage before I go on the stage and make a fool of myself. So
no, those guys are total pros. So you should definitely get friendly with those fellas.
I would love
to have
to.
some good stories, I bet.
And maybe I'll have one of these guys in that chair one day.
You never know.
You never know.
Get a frog in this chair.
Get a frog.
And that chair. See what it is? A French joke. The frog. Okay, it's very offensive.
Well done.
Very offensive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Seb.
So, were you influenced by old records, tapes, CDs, digital download format, or all the above? I might know the answer to that one.
I had an 8-track recorder that I would record off of the radio, and I also had a cassette player that I would put the condenser mic up next to my clock radio and record things that way. And then when I discovered that cassette tapes, you could just go directly from the record player into the cassette tape. Oh my God, changed my life. So I would say the bulk of it was that, and then CDs, yeah, and now digital fucking downloads. It's not the same thing. It's nice to have things, have your record. And that's another thing. Like, people will, now everything's just sitting right there on your computer.
Yes.
I used to get an album and then take it home and put it on my stereo and sit there and listen to the album. You know what I mean? This is not Stella. This is Buscador. Just in the glass.
If you want to plug in any type of or any endorsement you might have, go nuts, sir.
Nope, none whatsoever. That is it.
Other than saying hello to Hallman,
Hi,
Kiki,
Hallman. Hi, Kiki.
And all the people that did not sit in this chair yet.
That's right. All the homeboys.
Getty Lee.
Getty, yeah. Fuck, who else? Jeez, I don't know. A lot of them. A lot of people. You get them all in here eventually.
So what floats your boats right now, sir, as far as...
what floats my boat?
Musicians or groups or bands?
I don't know, man. I don't listen to anything really. I don't search out new stuff. I listen to old stuff. Like, I love Steely Dan. I've been listening to tons of Steely Dan, but I've been listening to that shit for years. I got on a really big Emerson, Lake and Palmer kick last year. That was fucking weird. And I don't know, man. I just mostly listen to the same old shit. Like, not the same old shit, but like from the same era, like late 60s, mid 60s to, I don't know, late 80s, I guess. I don't really know. I just, whatever, I don't know. And like, I love Meshuggah. I love to listen to Meshuggah. Anything they're doing, that's always fun. Gojira, we love Gojira. Yeah, and your basic, your metal standbys, your Slayer, your Lamb of God, what else? I like those guys. They're good. Fucking Sabbath, whatever. All the bands Same shit I've been listening to forever, basically. Joe Walsh. Love Joe Walsh. Fuck, I don't know. That's about it. If I were to go home tonight and just keep pounding beers, it would be Steely Dan and probably old AC/DC.
There you go.
And Motorhead, probably.
Yeah, that song, that Brother Run.
That's a good one.
What did you think of that?
It's good. Nice, right down the middle. That one. Yep. Thank you, Becky. Yep. Drove her right down the middle. That's a good fucking rocking song. Good headbanger.
It's a good fucking drinking song.
Yeah. It's just a good like nod your head, rock out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything doesn't have to be all fucky.
And there's nothing wrong with 4/4. I mean, Meshuggah, like Thomas is the perfect fucking example of that.
Oh yeah, man. You can make shit sound so complicated. It doesn't have to be.
And yet, it is not. Mm-hmm. How about this?
Okay.
Not that I want to insult you, sir, by your Okay. I say this with all due respect.
All due respect. A little bit.
How do you handle mistakes during a performance?
Oh, that's easy, Seb. I don't give a fuck. That's it. Now, it depends. If we're recording, if we're in a studio environment, and we're trying to make something that you got to listen to, that's going to stand the test of time, I'll be a little more fussy about it. But no, man, live, I don't fucking care at all. I don't care. And I haven't cared for years. And in fact, the more chaos and fucking train wreck potential there is live, the more I like it, because it just keeps you on your toes and makes things interesting. You can't play the same shit the same way all the time.
Bless your heart, Gord.
Fucking sucks. So yeah, like I don't care. Make mistakes. We're fucking people. If you want to not make a mistake, use a computer.
So do you still get nervous before playing then, or not really?
No. Well, depends. Like, if I feel like we're going to play in front of a hostile audience, yeah. But just
define hostile audience. Like,
well, what would be a hostile audience? Like maybe in a place where they don't want a loud rock band, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they're into like we did the.
It's like kind of like the Blues Brother movie when the good old brothers went to play
the good old
in front
Blues
of
Boys Brothers band. Yeah, like that's a very hostile audience. I've played in front of not unsimilar
on the stage and
and I've been in
good old boys.
I've been in country bands where people have hucked bottles at the stage and shit like that. But no, I don't normally get nervous unless I'm unprepared, and I try and be prepared. So it's like if when I'm playing full time. Like when I was playing full time, if I had a gig, I'd be prepared for it. Generally, I've shit the bed a couple times, but who doesn't?
So how about this? That any advice to new youngins about go and play somewhere?
No. Get a job. Get a real fucking job. That's what I would suggest. Get
lose the rock star dream.
Yeah, well, do it. Like, it's tough. Like if you're gonna. No, man, get a real job. Like, get a job. I mean, everybody's going to say it and nobody's going to listen. It's the same old shit. Like, get a job, or at least get some kind of skill that you can do if, your brain explodes and you can't do music anymore. Get something. Like, fucking be an electrician, be an HVAC guy, be a fucking welder. Anything. Be a welder, yeah. Anything like that.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Chris Musson, God love you. Anything like that where you can pay the bills and you can get a decent job with a decent millwrighting. Oh my God, Jesus! Mm-hmm. If I was 10 years younger, I'd millwright the shit out of myself. So stuff like that, get that, and then once you got that, then go and try and be a rock star. But like the whole touring around in a van, going across, loading your own gear, packing it up, sweating, fucking sleeping in shitty hotels, and that's for young people, man. That's for young, hungry people.
But you're like 25, Gord.
I am?
Yeah.
No, man. My brain is, maybe. The rest of me's like fucking 70. No, that's what I'd say. Get a real job and then do the rock star thing, and then at least you can afford your gear. You can pay for some decent gear. You can pay your rent and keep your girlfriend happy, hopefully. It's important, man.
The woman, absolutely.
You need a good broad. Yeah. Get a good broad to look after you.
Agreed. So you're smart in your young age.
And my 25 years on the earth.
So here's the next mind-boggling question for you.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Why don't you ever see baby pigeons?
Holy fuck.
I know, right? Have you ever seen a
No.
fucking baby pigeon?
No.
It's mind-fucking, isn't it?
Well, how did that occur to you?
I know. Dude, I was sitting at fucking McDonald's. Not that McDonald's is a fucking sponsor for this. McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me. I saw a pigeon and I never seen a goddamn baby pigeon. Where the fuck are they?
And yet you see baby geese and ducks all the time.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Where the fuck are they?
Fucking, that's something else, Sep. And you don't even really see pigeon, like, quote unquote, pigeon nests, if that's what they do. They nest?
I have no idea.
We got to do some pigeon research here, man.
To a paleontologist or whatever that fucking bird science.
Ornithology. Is that it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to Google this shit.
You guys Google it.
Fuck Google, by the way.
Okay, fuck Google. Why? Why are we fucking Google?
Because they used to be so cool. Like, everybody wanted to work there. Now they're everywhere. They're the biggest fucking gorilla in the room that crushes everybody, and the government's in bed with them, and screw them.
Okay, fuck you, Google.
Fuck you, Google.
Google. All right, fair enough. That's something else. Now I'm going to keep my eye open, though.
Do you have a theory? Or...
I don't have a theory, but I'm going to start keeping my eye open for these baby pigeons because they got to be somewhere. And I don't know if pigeons like nest or if they like crawl into shit like sparrows or whatever, but they got to be out there, right? There have to be. They don't come out full grown unless it's like a Thing type scenario. You know what I mean? Like John Carpenter's The Thing type scenario where they. But I don't think that's the case. Not to my knowledge. I don't know. I don't know that much about pigeons, Seb. What the fuck?
I know. Same
Jesus,
here.
It's fucking tough questions, man.
I know.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Shit.
Forgive me.
All right. I forgive you. All right.
Second last question for you, sir.
Okay.
Tell us about your last revelation.
My revelation?
Revelation.
Oh, fuck.
It could be like anything about... It doesn't have to be about music. It could be about... something you heard on a couch out there earlier. It could be you name it.
Oh, you mean like oh fuck, see, I forgot already.
Yeah, we forgot.
Okay, don't tell me. No, I got
Shame on you.
They're either people are either complicating your life or complimenting your life. That's a fine
done,
revelation.
Gord Stevenson.
Yeah, buddy. That's a pretty good one, I got to say. Yeah, thank you.
I know it is a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
That's one. I don't know.
Other than this, what else can you tell the fine viewers of this train wreck of a fucking podcast?
I'll tell you one thing, and this is just because I'm old as shit, but the stuff when you're a young person that you think is so stressful and fucking life rending or whatever, you know what I mean? Like all that shit you worry about when you're a young person, like when you're 20 or when you're 18, 21, 22, that shit, none of that shit matters. None of that fucking shit matters. You think you know stuff when you're that age? You don't know nothing. You got to wait. You got to get some experience. You got to go through some terrible shit, and then maybe you know some stuff. But if I could give one piece of advice, Seb, is
you go right ahead, sir.
Don't get so stressed out when you're a young person, because it's just not that important. You got lots of time. You can fix your mistakes. You know what I mean? When you get to be my elderly age, it's too late. You can't fix your mistakes, but you can fix them when you're young. So don't stress it so much. Have a good time, but do your shit. That sounds so fucking patronizing, but whatever.
No, well, it's from your mouth.
That and...
to the microphone, to the speakers, so...
I think that's about it. I don't know, man. I don't really have revelations. Like, I'm pretty fucking clueless, Seb.
Come on now.
I'm mostly just confused all the time. I don't know what's going on. Usually.
All right, then.
What is going on?
What's my name? Where do I live?
Your name is Seb Moonier.
Last question.
Okay. What is the question?
Drum roll, and I'm gonna try to do a
if we both
fingered,
both did a drum roll,
executed drum roll.
Okay.
What came first, the chicken or the egg, sir? Go.
Well, I think we all know, Sab, that chicken hatches out of an egg.
And
there you go. Listen, the answer to that is God and Jesus and the Bible. That's what came first, man. Don't you know that shit? Oh, my God. God made everything. All this fucking shit you're looking at here, and this mic, and your compressors, and your light, and your camera, and your dresses. I mean, they may not be your dresses.
they're not mine. They're Becky's.
I feel you protest too much. However,
yes.
I'm not here to judge you. You fucking
Don't judge.
Do your shit.
Drink more beer.
As long as it doesn't cause a murder, everything's fine. But I don't know, man. Chicken or the egg? Fuck. Egg McMuffin.
Ooh.
Oh, back to McDonald's again.
With sausage or without sausage or bacon?
I think I go sausage.
You like the sausage?
Yeah,
don't you?
I think it's a little more. There's a little more to it, a little more weight to it. You know.
Speaking of sausage,
yeah.
Last weekend we had Becky's aunt. I should probably drop her name.
Is this going to get dirty, or is this going to?
No.
Okay, all right.
This is brilliant.
Okay.
Her aunt.
Yeah.
Dar, we'll call her Dar.
Aunt Dar
came from down from the Sioux for a visit.
Oh.
And she brought the best Italian sausage from the Sioux from Pinos grocery store.
Who knew?
So all of you folks that are still watching this, 52 minutes in,
if you sucked it up this
podcast,
far,
yeah,
here's your fucking Easter egg.
do yourself a favor. If you ever go to the Sioux, drop by Pinos grocery store and buy the mild or hot Italian sausages from that place. Pinos.
Like Pinot Grigio.
Like Pinos.
Pinos. Okay. And the Sioux.
Honestly, like
Sault Ste. Marie.
And the Kitchener Central Market has it's the same owners, but to me the pepper to meat ratio is way better with the Sioux sausage. But then again, what do I know?
The pepper to meat you just dropped pepper to meat ratio, man.
I know. Like, I'm serious about my fucking food, man.
Clearly.
Or poutines, for that matter.
Well, you got to have a good sausage to meat ratio. That's the first time I've heard that, but that's absolutely true. Or sausage to pepper, ratio.
Sausage to pepper.
That's important, man. You don't want to over pepper it, but you don't want to under pepper. It's got to have, it's got to get in there and get the bite to it, right? A little bite. You don't like the bite?
I like the bite, but when your throat burns from
you don't want that.
Overpowering the rest of your taste buds.
Yeah, that's over peppered.
Unacceptable.
You've over peppered your sausage, right?
You got that right.
You don't want to do that.
Well, there you go, folks.
I don't know. I think if we could take one thing away from this, Seb, it would be don't over pepper your sausage and get a fucking job.
There you go.
Thoughts?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mesdames et Messieurs, Gordon fucking Stevenson. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Seb.
We're both empty on drinks here, but it's okay.
It's podcast over. We're done. We did it.
Thanks for watching.
We did it.
God bless.
Rock and roll.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.